Hey guys, it's Believe Gaga. I took a shower and stuff, so that's why I'm wearing this Kesha shirt. It's my PJ shirt. That's why the hair isn't spiky, and that's why I don't know. I probably look cleaner than before. But basically, I had this video in mind along with another video in mind, but I think this one is a little like because I really don't know how to approach it. But basically, the main, I guess, message of this video, thought, whatever you want to call it, is leave Iggy Azalea alone. That's basically it. And I just, I had filmed this before. It was too rambly, it was too all over the place. This one will probably end up being the same because that's just me. But I watched Nicki Minaj's My Time Again, and I think that um, kind of instilled in me a little bit more of a knowledgeable approach on how to approach this video. But basically, there's been so much hate surrounding Iggy Azalea. There's been so much like canceled shows. There's been so much like boycotting of an Iggy Azalea thing or potential boycotts. There's been so much just unnecessary drama, unnecessary hate, basically, and just kind of bullying of Iggy Azalea. And then, yes, of course, all of you are going to be like, oh, that's the entertainment industry and that's blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, is it really? I understand that the entertainment world is obviously a whole different world. Like, unless you're in that business, you don't know what they as people go through, what they become after they are initiated into that world. Because I mean, the entertainment industry, it is like very cutthroat. It's very you're left for dead basically. You're left stranded. You're by yourself. Friends, no friends really. It's just you after a while, and maybe if you're lucky, your family. Um, so what I'm trying to say here is that after watching Nicki Minaj's My Time Again, I saw how hard she is on herself, and then the part where she even mentions that she sees her family maybe 3 to 5 times out of the year. I think maybe 3 to 4. I don't know. Don't really quote me on that. But she says like, "Oh, what is it all worth it?" and blah blah blah. I'm only seeing them this. I know I have to provide, but it's like work over family, and it should never be like that. And she even points that out herself. And then at the end of the special, she kind of points out that she doesn't want to put work over family. She wants to put what matters most to her, which is family and people who matter to her, people she loves first and everything. And how she moved to New York just so she can drive across the street, like she said, to like her brothers or to her mothers, because it like does something to her, and it probably gives her a sense of security, sense of relief, sense of just hope and happiness that when an artist is on the road, any celebrity basically, since there is a blurred line between celebrity, artist, singer, rapper, whatever, um, basically anyone who's photographed when they're on the road and they're away from family, they're away from friends or whatever, they really don't have a life and they belong to the world. And where I'm going with that is Iggy Azalea even raps about it. Raps because some of you don't think she's a rapper or whatever, or a female rapper. I'll get into that more. Um, she said like 16 in the middle of Miami, no money, no family and work. And then she says like how when she was 16 years old, she was sent out and she'll pay her mom one day back for like everything. And she's like, this is all the dream that I always ever had, something like that. And then hearing those lyrics and then watching Nicki Minaj, um it kind of shows the the relatable part of them. And then what it also leads into is the racial barrier. And when I say racial barrier, it's kind of the way they're bullying it. It's really not. I really don't know where it's coming from. I really don't know what happened, what really brought it upon, what really did this, what really did that. Because I mean, we kind of saw Eminem go through it and ate my own stuff. You know, it's very like white guy entering a rap world. But with Iggy Azalea, I really don't understand because admit it, all of y'all are really obsessed with the song Fancy. I mean, the only thing fancy about most of us normal people is our ketchup from McDonald's. I mean, let's come clean with it. I mean, we really don't have the millions to be buying Chanel, to be buying Versace, to be buying this or that on a daily basis like they would. We don't go to couture parties with couture gowns and stuff. So really, everybody was obsessed with the song "Fancy" and kind of the delusion of like, oh, we're so fancy and stuff, blah blah blah. And it was just, it was a very pop oriented rap song, if you want to go down that route. And I also heard Nicki Minaj in her special say how she was like, oh, most people aren't even rapping nowadays. They're just getting by. No one really spits. No one pushes the pen. And then that kind of brings me to, I guess, the fault in Nicki Minaj saying that. Now, I'm not bashing on Nicki Minaj. Don't even think that for a minute, because I love Nicki Minaj. I love so many celebrities. I love so many singers, actors, writers, artists, directors, everyone. I love the entertainment business. Um, but when she said like most people aren't doing this and doing that and blah 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 and blah blah blah, I mean, Nicki Minaj did that herself in the beginning of her career. Let's go back to Super Bass. Let's go back to what was that one song, Starships and stuff, and people were like making those memes of like, oh, she calls herself a female rapper, and here she is like singing about starships and blah blah blah, just like radio airplay. Look at the time Nicki Minaj did that. She did that at the beginning of her career. Most artists did that at the beginning of her career. Like at Christina Aguilera, she did Genie in the Bottle, she did this, and then with Strip, that album, she said, I was tired of doing like bubblegum pop records. I didn't want to do this. I wasn't being true to myself. I wasn't being true to my fans. Which is why Stripped was a very like wow album from Christina Aguilera, and in my opinion, the very best album she has so far, and the only thing comparable to that is Bionic, where she gets once again in that motherly perspective. It's very introspective and reflective, a lot of ifs in there. And then also we even saw with Anaconda with Nicki Minaj, she just needed some momentum for the pink print. So every artist, of course, is gonna put out that half-assed record, be it with a message, be it with this. It may mean a lot to them, but to the general public, it's always gonna be seen as half-assed in a way. And I know Nicki Minaj says she doesn't like to do that, but the way I'm viewing it from the perspective that she was talking about and how no one's rapping anymore, no one's spitting, Anaconda really was just like a record to just sing along to, like she said, and have fun. Did it have a positive message? Of course. Like she even told, I guess, the camera herself. But that album was really just to bring up hype for her Pink Print album. And her Pink Print album was very, like she said, introspective and reflective as well. Um, and I mean, even Lady Gaga in the beginning, like Just Dance, Poker Face, they were just club hits, club hits, club hits. And at the time when Lady Gaga was doing that, honestly, look back around like your 2008, kind of late 2007, when Just Dance first came out, it was too dancey. And when I say too dancey, it's because really what was on the radio? I mean, you just heard noise. I mean, you hear like Beyonce, like single ladies, and like um, what was that one song? Sweet Dreams. And then you would hear Rihanna's like what was it? I want to say the Rated R album. If not, it was the one before that. Maybe Loud, or maybe Loud came out after Rated R. And I mean, with Rihanna, she was just putting out album after album after album. Most of it was filler, and then she had her singles, which I mean, nowadays artists really rely off singles. So I mean, they just put out an album and they just have the singles sell for it. That's why album sales are really suffering and stuff. I mean, like a Britney Spears, she just has single, 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 and then the whole album's like, eh. I mean, obviously there's some work in it because they kind of work a long time on albums. But I mean, you can tell with artists like Britney Spears that there's not that much, I guess, energy put into that album. I could be wrong. It could be Britney's working really hard and stuff, but the way we're viewing it is it's filler. Um, Going back to the racial barrier, it's very weird because it kind of had a gender bias when Nicki Minaj said, I don't want to be known as a female rapper because it's so diluted and everything. Like, she is a rapper. Like, she's not female rapper. Like, get female out of it. And when it comes to that, it's kind of like saying Iggy Azalea isn't like a black person. She can't rap. She's a wannabe and blah, blah, blah. I mean, is Iggy Azalea a wannabe? I don't really see it as anything as wannabe, as her trying to be black or her wanting to be black. And I know people use the plastic surgery card on her and they're like, oh, well, she got butt implants and like now it was her nose job. Did she look like a fucking Muppet? Of course she looked like a freaking Muppet. Like Tamar Braxton even looks like a Muppet. She was crying about it. And I mean, honestly, every artist, every celebrity, every movie star gets some kind of plastic surgery procedure done. Major, minor, invasive, non invasive. I mean, hello, everybody gets it. I mean, look at the scandal that Kylie Jenner had, and then how Kim and Chloe were like, oh, if you had something done, like blah blah blah, come out with it, and it's like really like, so that I think the kettle calling the pot black because it's like, Kim, everyone knows your butt isn't fake, and Chloe, you got a fake butt too. And I mean, with Nicki Minaj, I mean, look at her butt. Her butt is like obviously like, bam, and then like Iggy Azalea, she has more of that hourglass figure than like bam. Oh, that light is just so annoying right now. But I mean, if you're gonna pull the plastic surgery card on someone, I mean, that really has nothing to do with their music or with their work or with their creation of artistry and whoever they're trying to be. And who is Iggy Azalea trying to be? I feel just a rapper. I feel she doesn't look at herself as a female rapper, as does Nicki Minaj. And I know I'm comparing them a lot to each other, and this video is really gonna give me so much flack and stuff. But I mean, it is what it is. But I don't hate Nicki Minaj. I don't hate Iggy Azalea. I don't feel different about them. I love both of them just as much. I love hearing their music a lot. I'm always interested in what they're doing. And then I mean, look at how much flack Nicki Minaj had with Lil Kim because like they'd be like, oh, like Lil Kim always rapped about the real stuff. I'm pretty sure Lil Kim had like some like little boppy music once in a while, and then Nicki Minaj started becoming like very hardcore and stuff because we would see it on like her other songs that weren't singles, and I mean it was from Pink Friday to now. Iggy Azalea, I mean I've only heard her singles, so I can't really speak for the full album, but I'm pretty sure she does have some deep rooted like emotions and stories in her album as well. Because I mean, if most rappers, that's kind of what we expect. They rap about like the hard times, the tough times. They just rap about life. And when Nicki Minaj, like I said pushing the envelope. I mean, I compare it to Madonna pushing the envelope, and I mean Nicki Minaj pushing the pen. It's like Madonna pushing the envelope. Like, did she have like a Virgin? Of course, it was like a boppy song. Did she have like a prayer? Yeah, but they also came with messages, be that in the video or lyrics. And I mean, with Madonna, we saw in the Like a Prayer music video, like the burning of crosses. We saw her with the African American man, and that was very like whoa, whoa, whoa for the time. And then the Vatican was going after her with like the erotica and stuff like that. But I mean, it was. I mean, look at where it is now. It's like a normal thing in a way to just see like I guess boobs and butts and whatever on camera and everything in music videos. And Iggy Azalea kind of she is stuck in a racial barrier, and the cancellation of her concerts and everything is not really helping her career because it's kind of slowing it down. It's losing momentum. She's losing spotlight. She's losing limelight. She's losing media. Like she's just losing ground, and it's very sad to see that because it's kind of like everybody did a whole 180 because you see past performances on like Vivo Certified. You see past performance like the iHeartRadio and stuff, and you really see how hyped the crowd got for Iggy Azalea and Fancy and work and how much fun she was having, and then to go to like, oh, like we're gonna boycott like the Pride event because Iggy Azalea said this and said that. I mean, grow up. I mean, did she say this? I'm thinking, of course. What age was she? I mean, she was young. She was just naive. She was stupid. She was hungry for just to become an artist. And she's like, oh, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, let's all be honest. We've all said things that we regret, and if it comes and bites us in the ass, I mean, oh no. But I mean, it's very it's very stupid that people would say that they're gonna boycott Pride, and even like the first openly gay, I want to say mayor, said he would boycott the Pride himself if Iggy Azalea was allowed to perform because of what she said. I mean, he is so stupid for saying that because to not even see past what she said and see that the fact that she is going out for Pride obviously showed that she supports them now compared to whenever she sent that tweet. Or maybe that tweet was just whatever, like Joan Rivers said, laugh at everything, just stop acting like you're human resources or whatever because it's it's like there is a very thin line between things, but at the same time, there's not with people. I mean, everybody is so uptight nowadays that, I mean, any little thing you say sparks a little outrage. I mean, Iggy Azalea is just lucky she's not Jewish because if not, y'all would be roasting her alive. I mean, y'all already are. I mean, the fact that she's just not in an oven, like they say. But, I mean, if anyone should be getting flack, it should be Anne Frank because she didn't even finish her diary, and she's like, what, a number one best-selling children's author, like they say, and maybe that's why that guy in the attic didn't even want to get it in with her. I mean, grow up. But it's just kind of stupid. And I kind of find it sad that Nicki Minaj hasn't really stepped up for Iggy Azalea, not as a fellow rapper, but just as a fellow female. Because, I mean, You can't be saying like, oh, like I stand for female artists and this and that and blah blah blah, and then kind of just like ignore her and stuff. I mean, we've all seen the video of how Iggy's like, oh, I love you and stuff, and Nicki Minaj is like, at the VMAs and stuff, and it's like, just give her the benefit of the doubt or something, and just give Iggy back a pat on the back and say, you know what, good job, Iggy. You went out and you did this and you did that. Like, girl to girl, like, hey, it's good to see us both succeeding, and I don't wish you good luck. I don't wish you bad luck. I just hope you're happy wherever you are, and not like, ugh, and like making faces and this and that. It's kind of childish that she hasn't really done anything, and I'm not trying to bash Nicki Minaj. I'm just saying, as a fellow female, to Iggy Azalea, just help her, because I mean, y'all are in a male dominated world. Honestly, that world is something different, and who knows what females have to do to get where they are. I mean, look at the lawsuit with Kesha. I mean, she even says that on one of the articles that I saw on Billboard, that she says Sony puts female artists in a very like bad position or something with the producer that raped her. And I mean, Lady Gaga even came out saying how she was raped by a producer or someone. And I mean, it just shows that females have it really hard in the industry. And then to see someone being hated on, to see someone being this and that, and like, who knows how they really got to where they were. I mean, it's kind of sad just to see people hating them, hating them, hating them, hating them, when really they're just like blind to the noise at first, and they're just like, oh, I made it, I'm on stage, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing whatever. And then have people hating you, and then the fact that she had to give up her social media accounts to her team and stuff like that, it just shows that it really got to Iggy in a way that it's like she probably was contemplating, like, do I even want this anymore? Like, do I even want to be a rapper? Do I even want to follow my dream? And it's really sad because for her to struggle to find her dream, kind of like Nicki Minaj and other artists, Christina, Gaga, Britney, Madonna, and other really big names, when you really look at their stories, it's like, if it's not authenticity, it's race. If it's not race or authenticity, it's just, you're not worth it. And I mean, if people want to call out people for doing half-assed attempts and blah 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 like that, I mean, do we really hear what's on the radio nowadays? I mean, uh, who can I say? I mean, it is a modeling business. That's what the entertainment industry has become. So I mean, let's say Susan Boyle. She has a very beautiful voice. Opera music, of course, it doesn't fit like pop mainstream radio, but very beautiful voice. Ariana Grande, beautiful voice as well. She can sing maybe some opera because she was, I believe, a theater person growing up in Florida. And basically, who's prettier? That's really what it comes down to. Who do we want to see on billboards? Who do we want to see in magazines? Who do we want to hear gossip about? Ariana Grande. I mean, face it, she's young, she's pretty, and she's talented. Basically, like a triple threat. Um, and that's just the way the world's gonna be. I mean, maybe people find Nicki Minaj prettier than Iggy Azalea. Maybe people just. Maybe it is a race thing that the African American community is embracing Nicki Minaj more than Iggy because they feel like it's another Eminem thing. Maybe it's just like some kind of trial and tribulation Iggy Azalea has to go through. And if it is, I hope she really comes out at the end with a tour. I know she's engaged, so I mean, congratulations, Iggy, for that. Because I mean, at least, if anything that matters, it should be your happiness. And I really hope you make more music and you do make a tour. And if anything, I would love to be there at your tour, Iggy, and like meet you and stuff. Be it your first show and your last show, just to show that you got an open road ahead of you with your first show, and your last show, you did it. First tour, it's wrapped up. But I really don't understand all the hate Iggy Azalea goes through, because it's really nonsense, and people are just, it's kind of like they're just bullying her out of like the limelight in a way. They're just like, oh, Iggy this and Iggy that. And then I saw that Tina Shea had a song with her, and Tina Shea was supposed to be an opening act and stuff, and all her opening acts just like canceled on her. Like, that was really like a backstab to Iggy Azalea. Like, she kind of entrusted y'all to open for her. She did some songs with y'all. And then when everybody started getting on the let's hate Iggy Azalea bandwagon, it's kind of like they're like, oh, let's just get out of it while we can. But it's like, why? I mean, that's just so stupid. I don't understand really why people are like backstabbing Iggy Azalea. It's kind of like that Taylor Swift bad blood thing. Like, I guess that's Iggy Azalea's life at the moment, because she did talk a lot about backstabbing stuff in that Papa John's incident. and people are making fun of it and stuff. I mean, grow up. I mean, the privacy of Iggy Azalea is something, and safety of other people as well, other celebrities. Because I mean, it's just it's crazy the business. It's crazy the world they live in because they do live in a different world. Like I said, I mean, who even knows what happens in the entertainment world? I mean, it's a very dark and dirty place to be in, and I don't know. Iggy Azalea really just does not deserve that much hate that she's being forced to cancel a lot of things, and then people are like, oh, because like she's reportedly like hard to work with, and I honestly doubt it's because Iggy Azalea is hard to work with, and if that's what people are saying, then that probably means people just aren't willing to do their job. I mean, if you're hired to do something for someone, do your job, honestly. I mean, have you seen the old videos of Madonna? There's even a video on YouTube called Madonna Being a Bitch compilation. I mean, if you're hired to do something, like I think it was one of like the camera people or lighting people in one of them, and then she's like, no, 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 do this and do that and stuff, and like she's like being bitchy, but I mean, she is exercising her power. Like those people are there to do the interview. Madonna has every right to say do this, do that. Could she have said it a little bit nicer? Of course, but I mean that's Madonna. Um, if that's what it's gonna be like with Iggy, it's very stupid because it's like if you, like I said, if you're being hired to do a job and if that client's being very difficult to work with, do the job. Just do the job. That's what you do for a living. Obviously, like you're not gonna get paid if nothing gets done. It's better than having everything canceled than being put out of a job, like they say. But I mean, it's just honestly, it's just a sad thing that Iggy Azalea is going through. And then I saw Azalea Banks' interview where she's like, "Oh, they're taking it away from us. We're taking it away from the black community, and blah blah blah." No one's really taking anything away from you in the rap community and the black community, like they say. If white girl wannabe comes into the picture and she's getting more fame and more this, I mean, that's just the way the world works. It's always going to be like that. And maybe Iggy's prettier than Azealia. Maybe that's what it is. They're talking about, oh, maybe she stole her name. Maybe she did. Maybe she did it. I don't know. I can't speak for that. Um, and it kind of goes like to Lady Gaga and Madonna, like, oh, like Gaga's ripping off Madonna and blah blah blah. I mean, did she maybe just to get attention in the beginning? Maybe she used it, the similarities and stuff, music, fashion, appearance, persona. I mean, really everything is recycled. I mean, look at Chanel. They've had the same old quilted leather bags and caviar and lambskin and I forgot the stupid other type of leather you can get and patent leathers. I mean, they've had the same damn thing since Coco Chanel was like dead or something. I don't even know. And then Donatella Versace, I mean, you see her own same leathery skin on Versace bags, and Louis Vuitton, you see the same old monogram on all these bags. It's just everything's recycled, everything's reused. There's really not much new. It can sound new, but then if you really trace it back, it's like, oh, it was inspired by it was inspired, and people are like, oh, I wish I could go back to blah 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 in time, and everything was like really legit. And it's like everything is legit if you put hard work and effort into it. And I know also people be like, oh, like on the BET Awards when Nicki Minaj was like, oh, like when you hear Nicki Minaj rap, it's Nicki Minaj rapping or something, or like when you hear her spit, it's her spitting. Does Iggy Azalea have a lot of writers helping her? Of course. I mean, obviously she's just starting out. They're just trying to get her like propelled into the mainstream. They're trying to make like a brand out of Iggy Azalea and make all this money off of her, like they say. Because I mean, even Nicki Minaj says it changes people. People fall in love with materialistic things. The record label just wants money. I mean, they need their money back, and that's just what they're gonna do with Iggy Azalea. They're gonna keep pushing her to make more money for them, and it's crazy that all this hate to Iggy Azalea and people don't really understand what she's going through probably, and it's just upsetting to see that someone is basically being bullied out of their dream in the public, and no one's really standing up for Iggy Azalea. I mean, to have the whole world like kind of attack you in a way is just ridiculous and a constant thing, and people making fun of you for this and people making fun of you for that. I mean, it's just give Iggy Azalea a break. Let her live. Let her breathe. You know, it's childish. People really need to grow up, like I said, and just let Iggy be. I mean, what really is it harming you that she is rapping or she is singing, if it's pop or rap, however you want to interpret it. I mean, let her just do what she does and just don't listen to her on the radio. I mean, you can obviously change the station, you can obviously plug in your iPhones, your iPods, or whatever into your own stereo through an aux cord or through Bluetooth and listen to who you want to listen to. I mean, you're not being forced to listen to Iggy Azalea, so hating her is just stupid. It's like they say, if you don't like something, just ignore it. So just stop the drama and start the music, you guys. Just hating on Iggy Azalea, what is it doing for you? I mean, I'll be honest, sometimes the jokes are funny because that's like the Joan Rivers in me. That's like, oh, haha, like maybe I'll make fun of this or maybe I'll make fun of that. But it's not really making fun of it, it's just making, or it's really just getting a laugh out of something. And it's just, people really need to just kind of stop being so uptight. I mean, nowadays people are just so uptight about everything. Like one little thing just sparks all this thing. I mean, look at the boycott thing in Pride, like I said with Iggy, and it's just, I think people's egos nowadays are just so far beyond where they think they are and stuff, and it's just they're like, oh, like, well, we can do this and we can say this and blah blah blah, but it's just, no, honestly, just let Iggy live, if anything, because it's so stupid. And like I said, congratulations, Iggy, on getting engaged. Maybe I can get an invite to the wedding. But if anything, Iggy Azalea, if you ever see this video, just know, if no one wants to buy your albums, no one wants to buy your singles, no one wants to listen to you, no one wants anything to do with you, I'll be the only and the last person till you die or till I die to be supporting you, because I support literally every artist and celebrity because I always find good in them. Everyone has a story, everyone has a way they got to where they were, and just the hate you're receiving is really, it's it's ridiculous that you're getting so much hate for nothing. And I wish you happiness and I wish you well, and I hope you continue to make more music because I need more music from you. And I hope your tour goes as planned. I hope you have a tour. I hope you stop in my city, San Antonio, and I hope to see you one day live and maybe meet you, give you a hug, because you, there are people who love you, Iggy, and it's just, there's so much hate right now that you just need to kind of channel them out. I know it's very hard. I know it's very rough to do. You are in a cutthroat industry. You are in a money making industry. A real manager really doesn't care or anything. But just go out, Iggy, do your best, make music, do your work, and just continue on with your life, because no one should hold you back from living the dream that you dreamt of and what you worked for all those years. So, with that being said, leave Iggy Azalea alone. Stop bullying her, most of all. And if you have anything rude to say, indirectly say it. Don't just attack her, honestly. Just, things are always going to be said about people and blah blah blah. Maybe I'm going to get hate on this video. I don't know. But just, whatever, you guys. Just laugh. Just laugh about it or something. Be happy. Quit being negative. Just, I don't know. Just give Iggy Azalea some space right now and just let her be happy, because a lot of people are just hating on her for really no apparent reason. I mean, what has Iggy Azalea even done to you? But yes, people will just continue to hate on people, especially celebrities. Perez Hilton. So hopefully, I guess my message got through of leave Iggy Azalea alone. I'm not bashing on Nicki Minaj. I'm not bashing on any celebrity. Even if it sounds like it to you, just know my intentions are pure. My intentions don't come from a place of evil. I love every celebrity, every artist, everyone I mentioned in this video so much, and I love their music. I buy their albums, I buy their fragrance, I buy everything, as you can see through my channel. And just let them continue to make music, every single artist, and don't really bully them out of their dream and their work or anything. So I guess that's all I'll have to say. I really don't really know how to end this video, but congratulations, Iggy, on everything you've done so far, and I hope to see much more. And for you to still be happy, and I don't know what the future holds for you, but I hope it's just full of everything you dreamed of, or even more. Hopefully you're blessed more than your dreams have ever taken you. So until next time, you guys, I am Believe Gaga, and just keep watching, liking, commenting, sharing, rating, and subscribing. And just don't leave mean comments or anything, guys. Just don't, please. So until next time, you guys. Bye.